give her some food, Mom? Oh.
Yep, right there. What you got, Birdie? What's that? Good morning, Juliet.
Good morning, Mom.
What are you making here?
Flatbread.
We got some sourdough starter, some einkorn, salt. Those look delicious.
Yeah, I really like flatbreads.
I do too. Especially with some bacon and eggs.
Oh, yeah. And bacon, especially bacon.
Especially bacon. How are you feeling about this week? How are you feeling about this week?
Like, there's no school?
Well, there's no school, and...
we had to pack for Italy.
Yeah.
And, Mom, you were saying to me that, about, like, the week before, or, like, kind of close to the vacation is kind of part of the trip. Because you get to pack, and you get to...
Be excited?
Do everything, yeah.
Yeah, you get to look forward to something.
Yeah.
So this is a fun week for us.
Yeah.
Busy, cold, but fun.
Mm-hmm. Dad's been kind of sick, and so there's kind of been nothing to do.
It's also February. Thank you to Birch Living for sponsoring. Right now, they're running a huge President's Day sale, and you can visit birchliving.com/Elliott Homestead to pick up your mattress, shop their President's Day sale, and get 27% off site-wide plus 2 free pillows using the code BirchPartner27. This is a limited time offer. We're getting ready to travel, and every time I do, I miss my Birch mattress so much. It's free of fiberglass, polyurethane foams, harsh, unnecessary chemicals, pollutants. Instead, they use 100% organic wool. They also offer you a 100-night sleep trial so you can make sure you love it, 27-year warranty, and free shipping. Every night I sleep in my Birch mattress. I am so grateful. I know you're going to love your Birch mattress too. And if you're looking for a new bed right now, you can visit birchliving.com/Elliott Homestead. Use the code BirchPartner27 to get 27% off site-wide plus 2 free pillows. Hello, my friends. Look, it's not freezing outside. Today is T-6 days until we leave for Italy, and not one of our ewes has lambed yet. Everyone looks like they're going to explode, but no lambs. So my friend Nettie is my sheep midwife who's going to help in our absence if the need arises. So it's a whole little fluster of emotions here. This weather makes me feel like spring is coming, which it is, but it just makes me want to get outside. It makes me not want to leave home. Last week I did. This week I'm like, ooh, I have gardening to do. But still, I'm just gonna poke outside for a few hours. Just get reacquainted with the ground a little bit, clean up, do what I can, take a few deep breaths, mentally prepare for what's ahead. By the way, I've had some people email me to say, how did you even pull a trip like this off? You know, I think it's hard for people to imagine having a homestead, having gardens, having all these obligations. And it's true, it's hard. This has been years in the planning. The first thing that we did was get our kids' passports. Stu and I had them. They didn't. That takes a while. It's expensive. So that was step number 1. And then step number 2 for us was just setting it up with our bank so that every month a certain amount of money came out of our checking account and we never saw it, and it just went into a separate bank account. And slowly, month after month after month, that built up. And that's how we ended up coming up with the funds to be able to pull it off. And then we just had to be really flexible with dates so that we could get really good flights, which just takes a lot of clicking and a lot of searching and getting on every single day and seeing if the flights are better priced today than they were before. So it's not flashy. It's not some grand story. It's just kind of this slow and steady, and I suppose above all, a desire to really make it happen. Sometimes you dream about these things for so long that when it comes into fruition, it's almost bizarre. In some ways, this trip began years ago. So here where we live, we're in the Pacific Northwest, but it's not what people think. It's not Seattle. We're on the other side of the state, which is considered a high mountain desert. This is what winter looks like for us. So not a lot of snow this year, but you can see we don't get winter growth in the garden. At best, things stay a little bit green, like the snow in summer, but on the whole, things just die back. And so in the springtime, there's really a lot of cleanup to do, especially when you never got around to doing things like pruning grapes in the fall. So it's a nice enough day. My sickies are still inside recovering. So I'm just gonna come out here with my pruners and just take a few minutes with my garden. Truth be told, I actually really love this time of year. After a winter of being inside and feeling a little stale, there's nothing that I look forward to more than getting out into the gardens and bringing life back to these areas, except for maybe spending some time in Italy. Something that I've learned over the years is that you really have to intentionally work to create space for the things that you want. We say this on our podcast all the time, but it doesn't just happen. These things take work. All of it takes work. And truthfully, I've been a lot better at the work part than I have at the enjoyment part. There's always something to do in the garden and always something to do on the homestead. This is just a never-ending reality about this lifestyle. And we have 4 kids that we homeschool. So to say there's always something to do seems like a gross understatement. Even though there are things to do on our trip to Italy, in some ways, this is our effort to create some space, a bit of a reset, a bit of a detox. Not that our life isn't so lovely here, but just to see different things, to breathe different air, you're creating different type of space in yourself. And you're saying there's a capacity for enjoyment. There's a capacity for rest. You don't have to just be productive all the time in the kind of way that you can see. It's really easy to go spend time in the garden and feel great about yourself because 20 minutes later, it looks beautiful. But there's a different kind of productivity that goes on in our souls. And that's the piece that I'm wanting to spend some time with in Italy. I'm not even sure what this looks like, you guys, because I am just so focused on effort and so focused on building when I'm here. What is it like to be in a different place where you're not responsible for the landscaping and your responsibilities and your daily life are just going to look different? Your calendar isn't filled with social obligations and all these sorts of things that just keep us running and running and running and running. I'm hoping to find a different pace, a bit of a reset. Did you get a sock, Birdie? Did you get a sock? Whose sock is that? Whose sock is that? Such a good boy. He's such a good boy. Most of the time. Hey. Whose sock is that? Yours? Hello, girls. Gentlemen. Any minute now, Mary Peanut. Any minute would be great. Then there's old Eleanor. She was our bottle lamb when I was pregnant with Will. So she's old. 11. I don't think she's bred this year, thank God. This is Mary Peanut. And she's Fanny's lamb from last year, and she's a beauty. And she should be lambing. And instead, she's over here grazing. They've knocked down some sprinklers. Just some general sheep mayhem, huh? Georgia.
The weather is gray.
No. How are you feeling about the trip?
A little bit nervous, but mostly excited.
Yeah. So I was just telling our YouTube friends when I was recording earlier that I'm sort of feeling split because the weather's just a teeny bit warmer today. And it almost makes you feel like spring could be here and you want to get outside and work.
Mhm.
But
The last time it felt like that, the next day it was snowing.
that's true. Good point. Good point. But I'm feeling the same. I'm feeling split, which I think is
Yeah.
kind of...
I want to be around for the lambs. I really want to be around for them, like the baby animals. But
I don't think that's going to happen. They're just hanging on.
yeah.
Here comes Judy. Hello. She's just the sweetest.
She didn't used to be the sweetest.
Hi. She's a good girl. Do you see what I see? It always looks like a whole lot of nothing this time of year. And unless you're the actual gardener, it really does look like nothing. I know where all the treasures lie. And I'm so excited to see them. Obviously, I'll miss what happens in March here, which isn't a ton. But when I come back, it's going to look totally different. So in a way, this week is almost like saying hello and saying goodbye, at least for a little period of time. Oh, I was in my Italian lesson, trying to focus on speaking Italian, and I get a text from Stu that there are 3 healthy lambs, and I am just praying. I don't know who had them yet. I am praying that it was Fanny, because everyone else should be able to go on their own. Is it Fanny? Oh, yeah. It is. Oh, yes. I'm shaking.
3 healthy lambs.
Oh my word. And no prolapse.
No prolapse or anything, yeah. So
Oh my gosh.
she looks really good.
Juju! Fanny had 3 lambs. Oh my gosh. It doesn't matter how many times you see it. It's just, oh my gosh. Hi, sweeties. Oh, I bet that was hard work, Fanny. They look great. Everyone's up. Hi, little ones. Oh, good job, Mama. Good job. Hi, little ones. And she looks so good, like no signs of anything.
No, she looks really good.
Oh, my word.
Hi. Hi.
Oh, I feel like the weight of the world's off my shoulders.
Here.
Oh, and look.
Thought Fanny was over. Oh no! Wow.
Good job, Fanny. That was probably really tough. Oh, I'm getting surrounded. Everyone's got to smell the new.
Say hi.
Everyone's got to smell the new members, huh?
Mom, how are we gonna tell these two apart?
I'm
gonna name this one Fred and that one George. No. Yeah, Fred and George. No.
Okay. This one's Peanut Brittle. After Peanut. Because he's a little brown spots. His name's Peanut
George,
Brittle.
you get to name one.
You get to name one.
Because I
get to
didn't
name
get
one.
to name one.
You get to name one.
What do you think, G?
I'm thinking.
No, I mean, what do you think of the lambs?
Oh, they're super cute.
So sweet. Look at that little nose. This is the best part of a lamb. I'm so happy. There's no prolapse, no nothing. I just can't believe it. And she's being such a good mama.
She's your daughter. Or son.
This little guy was really cold last night. He got really cold. Wasn't feeling great this morning. So we brought him in. He's on a heating mat with a nice little wool sweater around him to keep him warm. We put him in a nice hot bath and then blow dried him to try and just kind of stimulate him. Say, wake up, wake up. This is always hard. They don't like to rebound when they get like this, and it's impossible to know what happened. He could have been the runt. He could have just got stepped on. He could have just gotten cold. But for now, at least, he's nice and snug. Meanwhile, while all that is going on with the lamb, this is our current chaos. By the way, not packing candy. Those are a gift for Will. Packing some carry-on bags inside the bigger bags so that on our way home, we have more space to return things. But look at this. It's just chaos. I don't know how this is going to come together. And then there's this. Oh, what are we gonna do? The bags are packed. We did it. We've cleaned out the fridge. We've done all the laundry. We've taken out the trash. And now the time is finally here to just get on the plane and go. I've talked to a lot of people about the mixed emotions that come with this, just this duality that lives inside you, this piece of you that just wants to be home, just wants to look at your gardens and stare at the lambs and, you know, be a part of your landscape. And then there's the piece of you that wants to see something else, wants to go on an adventure, wants to try new things and taste new things. And now is the time for that. So part of the adventure for us while we're in Italy is going to be getting ready for our K Vita getaways. I'm going to put details to this below the video, but Stuart and I are going to be going back to this same village in October to celebrate 15 years of the Elliott homestead, and we want to invite you to come. We've rented a villa, and there are 2 rooms remaining, so there's details to that below. All you have to do is show up. It's going to be delicious, and I am going to take care of everything else. So while we're in Italy on this trip, there are truffle hunters to meet and gardens to tour and restaurants to try and chefs to plan menus with. So there's going to be a lot going on. It is going to be a grand adventure. And even though I'm going to miss seeing pieces of things here this month, I think it's going to be worth it. So I guess all that's left now is to zip up the bags and get on the airplane and go. By the way, the little lamb is doing really, really well. And he is going to go live at my sister's while we're gone. She's going to take extra care of him, make sure that he gets all the milk he could ever want. It's going to be a great time for everybody. I'll see you in Italy.